Yo, 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 this is your boy Fireworks, and welcome back. This is Snoopers Gonna Snoop YouTube channel. I have the beautiful White Gold here with us today, and we are back with more Geeky Cast news, all right? So this video, he is talking about Vision Quest, all right? Which is apparently supposed to be a show or a movie that is supposed to focus on Vision. And apparently there's supposed to be some tie-ins to Agatha's Coven of Chaos. So we're gonna hear some news about that as well. All right, so I guess before we get into this, make sure you guys are leaving a thumbs up. All right, make sure you guys are leaving a like. If you're new here to the channel, make sure you guys are hitting subscribe and tap that notification bell so when we do a video just like this, you all will get it first. And don't forget to follow the Geeky Cast or subscribe to him on YouTube. He keeps the receipts and he always has the news. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look. Again, this is on Vision Quest and apparently some tie-ins to Agatha's Chaos or Coven of Chaos, excuse me. I'm Fireworks, the beautiful White Gold. This is Snoopers Gonna Snoop YouTube channel.
What if I told you I had more Agatha Coven of Chaos information, which ties into Vision Quest from Great Phase 15 once again? Obviously, this person's a reliable scooper in the past. They've gotten a couple things wrong, but they've gotten a good amount of things right. So we're going to dive right into it, and let's go.
Dude has a 9.8 graded Infinity Gauntlet.
What's going on, everybody? I'm here again. Anyways, we're going to dive into this information regarding Agatha Coven of Chaos. I'm going to go back over some of the details, and then obviously I have some more added details from Great Phase 15. And then it's going to go into Vision Quest, because apparently this is all tied together and a lot of Mommy Wanda. So let's go. Number one, here is all I know about Agatha Coven of Chaos. This is set immediately after the events of Multiverse of Madness, where Wanda's death has unshackled the hold she had on Agatha. Agatha originally attempts to hide, but quickly discovers Westview is rallying behind her as a hero. So obviously, I'm going to put the part that you can fast forward to right here. Here's the time if you don't want to watch the little bit from before, but I feel like it ties back in case you missed the last video. So, part 2. Here is where the show really deviates from the source material. She has an adopted son, and no, not Nicholas Scratch, but a boy played by Joe Locke, who they both do not realize is a reincarnation of the mythical figure of the prophecy, Wiccan. Agatha is his mother. Now that's a change, which is kind of cool, but at the same time, different obviously. We saw Wiccan's statue in Multiverse of Madness next to Wanda's. Billy, Joe Locke, already has a boyfriend when the show begins, and they will be connected romantically throughout the entire series, but he is revealed to be working for Aubrey Plaza in episode 7 and had planned his encounter with a vulnerable Billy who had just come out.
So he's plotting.
Wanda
on
makes
Billy.
a surprise return in episode 9, revealing that she did not die after Multiverse of Madness, but was merely depowered, and team up with Agatha to take down the Coven, as they both find common ground as a mother figure to Billy. Evan Peters also appears in the series as an awakened Ralph Boner, who actually is not Ralph Boner. Mephisto appears in the finale, but is not the focus of the series. His story continues elsewhere. His appearance is merely a cameo with the intention of recruiting Wanda and restoring her powers, who at the last second chooses Agatha and Billy, not Mephisto. She has no powers. Now, to me, that's kind of stupid. That's like, okay, well, she can make a deal and she's not making a deal, and I don't know if she knows that they're her sons yet and whatnot. Really weird. And it's like, you'll understand later why this kind of is like a two-way thing, in my opinion. So, anyways, part 3. Agatha is not an anti-hero or a villain in this story. She is actually deemed a hero by many. This is a very swift turn to the good side, and she creates a new outfit for herself with hints of purple and silver, and is more of a fitted outfit than a dress. No shoulder pieces. There is an episode where her hero reputation inflates her ego and she loses sight of Billy, who is then captured by the Coven at the end of episode 7 because she fails to protect him from the dangers of the world. Shame on you, Agatha. I'm tweeting all of this now and early because over the next few months, all of this information will be confirmed and you will all see for sure. But enjoy the tea. Tommy / Speed doesn't appear in episode 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, and 9. So you could have just said appears in episode 4 only. I've seen the principal photography and script and call sheets, so I will assume he is not in this series, even though you skipped episode 4. Hulkling Teddy is not in this, but he is the focus of Armor Wars with Don Cheadle's Rhodey. I don't know why he'd be the focus. I don't know if this information is out there already, but Armor Wars, here's the next part. Armor Wars is about preventing Stark technology from being weaponized in the midst of the Skrull-Kree War to carry on Tony's wishes that his tech will not again be involved with weapons of destruction of any species. Now, I'm curious, like, where did that come from? When exactly did he say that? Also, in their war, so Secret Invasion, I'm assuming? That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah,
I mean,
probably Secret Invasion,
and
most likely.
Yes, that information was already given about the plot of the story. We didn't know the details, though. But anyways, on to the next one. The Coven and Agatha are seemingly bad, but in episode 8, we actually discovered that they're good people with good intentions because they do not want to harness the power of Wiccan. They want to worship him. Episode 8 is the musical episode, and Patty Lupone is the leader of the Coven. This is supposed to be a twist because we're under the assumption the entire time that the Coven are out to take down Agatha and Billy. The real danger is Aubrey Plaza, who is a rogue witch. I figure we could all think that. I mean, it's kind of common sense. The Coven is a bit of a multiverse of madness itself, but not with Marvel cameos, but celebrity cameos. The biggest of which is a famous Disney star who is still a popular artist today in the production script. It's not shown who plays them, but it's visible in the call sheets. Bella Thorne, Hilary Duff, Britney Spears. Who knows? The show ends with Agatha, Wanda, and Billy together after Billy turns down the Coven's offer of being their leader, but they claim they will always stand by him. The screenplay ends with the three potentially looking for Billy's brother in their next quest, bold and underlined. Quest. So that's kind of weird. I mean, obviously, Vision Quest. But we were also going to get Vision's daughter, if I remember, and there's going to be a lot more Vision finding himself. So I'm wondering how exactly they're going to tie in. And, yeah, it's weird that it's, like, tying into Armor Wars, too, because I feel like they've already said that Armor Wars is going to be directly from Secret Invasion. But, I mean, obviously Hulkling, maybe. But check out the last part. So after this, will Wanda be powerless? Because that doesn't make any sense, someone asked. In Vision Quest, she starts to regain her powers and discovers that she never lost her powers, but they are repressed due to trauma and fear of destruction. She is really wounded emotionally, and this strengthened when with her family plus Agatha, but you didn't hear this from me. See, like, some of this stuff is like, okay, I've heard things about this show, but I don't want to comment too much because it's still very early in development, and I'd rather be a source of truth than a source of speculation and ever-changing rumors. So this is my final comment on Vision Quest until I see hard evidence. Oh, and Peter Cameron is writing the premiere for Vision Quest alongside Jack Schaefer, that I also know. The idea is that Tommy will model his hair after accepting his super-powered family around Vision's current color. Obviously, white Vision, color. Could have just spelled the color, but whatever. I'm excited. I think it's cool information. I hope you stayed through the whole video. If you didn't, you just click through. That's all right as well. Once again, guys, hope you enjoyed this. Check out the website because the merch is on the way. Obviously, these are going to be some of the phrases that I'm going to be using, which is obviously bring the receipts, or we bring the receipts, just business, the Geeky Cast, and I'm working on one because people constantly say, you know, like things like, oh, you're a meat rider. So I'm thinking of so something funny like that that's going to be like a steak. But we'll see. Let me know what you guys think down below as always. And I'll catch y'all in the next one.
All right, you guys. So welcome back. That was the Geeky Cast with how Agatha's Coven of Chaos actually attaches itself to maybe Vision Quest in some of Armor Wars. I thought that was really interesting. She doesn't know really that much about the Skrull Secret Invasion and probably what Armor Wars is going to have. Because he said Armor Wars. They said Armor Wars is supposed to be a West Coast Avengers. Remember when we watched the WandaVision and the first time I saw White Vision, I said West Coast Avengers. Because there's a comic where it's like Wanda, White Vision, I think Wonder Man and some other people, and they have a West Coast Avengers. So when I saw She-Hulk being in LA and Daredevil traveling there, I was like, oh, so maybe She-Hulk will be a part of the West Coast Avengers or something like that, maybe. Right. But I also think that she's supposed to be in Armor Wars and Kate Bishop, if I'm not mistaken. So they said it's supposed to be like a West Coast Avengers movie. You know what I'm saying? So, but we'll get into Secret Wars and stuff with Hulkling. If I'm not mistaken, Hulkling is a Super Skrull who can change into anybody and take their power, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken. Like, not only change into them and copy them, but can copy their power, if I'm not mistaken. Or there's another Super Skrull that can do that. You gotta let me know. It's been a long time since I've read these stories. But the Agatha stuff with Wanda, I think that like, they are changing it where, like he said, Wanda is supposed to have kids. That's why I had the biggest issue with trying to figure out, okay, bruh, if she wasn't going to end up with her kids in some form of fashion, bruh, then how's this going to play out? So either what's going to happen is Catherine Hahn's character is gonna, I guess, father or mother, Billy, then maybe Tommy is gonna be fathered by Vision in Vision Quest, and Viz, or what was, I forget her name, Vision's daughter. I think it's Viz or Vig or Ben or something like that. I just can't remember. But it's gonna be interesting to see how that all connects, because maybe we lose Agatha down the road and then it becomes Wanda and Vision's responsibility, and then Wanda realizes somehow that these were prophesized as her kids anyway, which they are. But I think that's interesting. I do feel a lot better about the Agatha Coven of Chaos show, because I'm gonna tell you right now, them telling me it took place right after WandaVision didn't make me feel good, but it taking place in Westview makes me feel a lot better. I like it said like that more so than what I read it. Well, it takes place right after, we're starting right back at the end of WandaVision. I was like, ooh, you know what I'm saying? So I like that some time has happened. Westview, Wanda, what happens in Multiverse of Madness breaks the spell of Agatha. Makes sense, connected. You know what I'm saying? Easy attach. I like that. But and then the Vision Quest series, like he said, is going to be about Vision regaining his consciousness and realizing it and getting all that back. So I think that'll be an interesting, show or movie. You have to let me know which one it is. I can't remember what they said it was going to be, but Agatha, Coven of Chaos, Armor Wars, and Vision Quest, and then Secret Invasion. All these things Secret Invasion should be coming early this year. So you should learn about that. It has to do with the Skrulls from Captain Marvel. People who can change, the green people that can change into whoever, copy people. That's what that has to do with. And I think there's going to be a lot of characters that we haven't seen in a long time in there, because you're going to have a lot of, I've heard that it's going to be a lot of them mimicking certain heroes and certain people were Skrulls where we didn't know, and we're going to go back and stuff like that. So I think that's going to be interesting. I think Nick Fury's supposed to go through and kind of weed them out at the same time while everything is happening. You know what I'm saying? So that'll be interesting with the Skrulls, y'all. Y'all let me know how y'all feel. Let us know how you feel about what the Geeky Cast had to say. More on Agatha's Coven of Chaos and Vision Quest, and even Armor Wars attachment. You know what I'm saying? Let us know how you feel. All right. So before we get out of here, make sure you guys are leaving a thumbs up. Make sure you guys are leaving a like. If you're new here to the channel, make sure you guys are hitting subscribe and tap that notification bell, so when we do a video just like this, you all will get it first. All right. So make sure you all are staying tuned to the channel, because when the Geeky Cast drops more news, we'll be back. All right. So I'm Fireworks, the beautiful white gold. This is Snoopers Gonna Snoop YouTube channel. And we out.